So choosing your industry and niche is the most important decision you have to make as a sales rep. And it's the exact decision that will determine what level of success you have and how much money you make throughout your career in sales. Now, a famous quote from Warren Buffett goes, "It doesn't matter how hard you row, but it matters what boat you are in." Because to put it simply, if you're selling in a dying industry to the wrong audience, it won't matter if you're the best salesman in the world, you'll still have a hard time making significant income. As quite simply, these declining industries can't afford to pay their sales reps a decent commission, as their margins are already squeezed. Why would a sales rep sell magazines in a digital economy? They're destined to be stuck fighting for paycheck after paycheck. Or on the flip side, there are booming industries that are on the rise and creating massive opportunities to ride this current digital wave and allow for even inexperienced sales reps to make significant income. So in this video, I'm going to cover the top 3 industries you should be selling in as a sales rep in today's market. And this information will apply no matter if you're a veteran at sales and you're looking for a bigger pond to fish in, or an absolute beginner looking to make your mark. So starting things off is software, and it kind of falls into the same bracket as tech sales. But as a whole, software sales has been a growing industry for at least the last 10 years. And as an industry, software is valued about $66,544 million. And the demand for software solutions are continually growing as businesses of all sizes rely on more technology to streamline operations, improve efficiency, and stay competitive. And this high demand translates into more opportunities for sales reps to enter the space and start earning large incomes than most industries. And aside from growing markets, another reason why sales reps working in this sector are able to make such large incomes is down to types of product and services that they're selling. Software as a whole has a potential for a huge profit margin, because once you've built and developed the software itself, it doesn't matter if you're selling it to one person or you're selling it to thousands of people. Your costs aren't going to increase in relation to the number of people you sell to. Of course, there's server costs, development costs, and other variables too, but typically the more units or sales a software company will make, the higher the overall profit margin of the company will be, and therefore the higher the salary or commission the sales rep is able to make, with many sales reps in experienced positions making 6 figures. However, it's worth mentioning that the barrier to entry into these higher paying roles is relatively high, with often a few years of experience needed before these roles become an option for you. And as these tech and software companies operate in a more corporate and traditional sense, they're likely going to require office time and more fixed hours, meaning the job options you have will heavily depend on your location and of course your in-industry experience. But with that being said, software sales is a safe bet for anyone with sales experience already, and for those that are happy to put in the work over a number of years in order to get up those 6-figure salaries in a more corporate setting. Whereas the next industry I want to talk about has a potential for a higher earning potential in a shorter time frame with a more flexible work environment. And this is by working with online service-based businesses. Now, these are online businesses that offer some sort of service to other businesses, whether that be brick and mortar businesses or also online. They could be selling marketing solutions like paid ads or email marketing, recruitment or consultancy-based services to help those businesses grow, or to simply work with them to fix any bottlenecks like internal systems and management. And similar to software, because they're selling a service, their product costs are very low. Because they aren't actually selling a physical product, the margins again can be very favorable. In comparison to selling something physical like a car, where you have huge costs to actually produce and manufacture the thing, online service-based businesses can be hugely profitable, because although there are limited costs associated with delivery of the service, the value they can bring and provide these businesses they're selling to might be massive, and therefore these businesses are happy to pay the higher prices. For example, if you're a digital marketing company, the cost of running ads for a client is simply just the labor cost of the team. There's no physical product that needs building, or that involves high material costs or infrastructure costs. And given that a lot of these companies are 100% remote and they work with international clients, they don't have costs associated with offices or in-house operations, and they'll hire a lot of their team members for countries where the cost of living is cheaper and therefore the labor costs are lower. So overall, they have incredibly healthy profit margins. And as the world is getting only more and more digital, it's an industry that is on a massive uptrend, which means you, as a sales rep, have a lot of opportunity to take advantage of. And by being a sales rep within this industry, you can make a significant income. Sales reps are mostly paid a commission, and they'll be paid a percentage of the value of sales they're able to make within each month, with the typical range being 10 to 20%, meaning if they're selling a 1 to 5K retainer, they'll be making 100 to 1,000 per sale. And if they're working for a good company, they may see that commission for a number of months from the reoccurring retainer. So for example, let's say you sign someone in a 6-month retainer for $2,000. and your commission on that is 10%. You're getting $200 commission for the sale, but a potentially passive income of $200 for the remaining 5 months of that contract. So as your number of sales stack up over the months, so will your income. And it's because of these healthy profit margins and low operating costs that these online service-based businesses are able to pay their sales teams so well. The added benefit of working for these online service-based businesses is the work is 100% remote. So not only are you paid relatively well, but you also have the luxury of working from wherever you please, which of course allows you to be location independent. With the ability to work anywhere in the world and potentially move to a country where your pounds and dollars go much further, if that's your kind of thing. And the barrier to entry in this industry is lower than software sales. I've personally seen multiple sales reps go from entering the industry to 10K monthly commission checks in under a 6-month time frame. However, as you're selling mostly to business owners and leadership team members, some sales experience and product knowledge is needed, as these type of prospects are fairly sophisticated as they're being sold to time and time again. You can enter this industry without any previous sales experience, but coming in with experience in selling, even if that's in a more traditional sense, will allow you to get your foot in the door much easier. And the final industry I've saved till last. It's the most talked about industry in the whole online space right now, and thousands of sales reps are slowly switching on the massive income potential they could be capitalizing on if they simply switch niches. This industry is the online education and e-learning space. Forbes predicts this industry will reach a staggering $400 billion valuation by 2030. And with that exponential growth, there is an increasing demand for good sales talent. And the industry really started to gain serious momentum during COVID, when more and more people realized they'd stopped learning at school, and with more time on their hands, started to see that their incomes were capped by the lack of knowledge or skill set. And with a lot of people turning away from traditional education, like university and college, partly due to direct career opportunities as a direct result of attending, and not to mention the crazy tuition fees you have to pay for the privilege of learning and outdated and intangible skills. And more people are turning to more independent and online education companies to gain the skills and experience needed to pick up and learn whatever career path they wish to go down, at a fraction of the price of a $30,000 a year university fee. And they're able to see a direct return on the investment in a much shorter time frame. An example here would be my own online education company, Club Closer. We work with sales reps that are stuck in traditional sales jobs and help them enter the online space by teaching them how to become high-ticket closers and helping them land remote sales roles with online businesses like the service-based businesses and education companies I've been talking about. And we'll work with them to increase their incomes to over 10K a month whilst working from anywhere in the world and taking sales calls from their laptops. As a company, we'll charge a mid to high 5-figure amount for this one-to-one training, and within a matter of months, our clients are making huge returns from this investment from landing one of these high-paying roles. But hey, this isn't a sales pitch, just a direct example, because if it was a sales pitch, I'd be telling you that we offer a 100% money-back guarantee, as I'm that confident in the service we offer. But to get back on track, there are many education companies like this that are simply selling information in order to get a specific outcome. And it's not always money or income related. They could be offering health and fitness, relationship health, life coaching, business consultancy. I even know a company that makes close to 200K a month from teaching people how to speak Arabic. And similar to these service-based businesses I spoke about before, many of these businesses have high profit margins as their product costs are so low, as they're simply selling information, and therefore the sales teams are able to make a killing. One of the team members in my own sales team made 18K last month, and there are plenty of other examples of guys that I've directly worked with that have surpassed 10K a month from working within these industries. Callum did 16K selling an AI automation program, and Ben did 17K selling a program that's helping people start their own e-commerce store. And unlike the two industries I mentioned above, the barrier to enter with the online education space is much lower. Your previous sales experience or resume isn't as important, and these new style digital business owners care more about the skill of sales itself. Know what school you went to, what university degree you have. It's a skill of sales itself that you'll use to get hired and make money in these roles. Tom had 1 year's door-to-door experience, and Ben's only sales experience was selling for his own business. And they've also passed a 6-figure income within 6 months of entering this industry. So unlike a lot of industries you could sell in, your career trajectory is 100% dependent on your sales ability. Most industries will have you working like a dog for 3 to 5 years before you even get a peek at earning a 6-figure income. And that's why if you're a sales rep, you should consider the online education space, as it seems to be the most lucrative. But how do you actually find online sales jobs like these? Well, the good news for you is it's actually pretty simple if you know what you're looking for, and this video here will teach you exactly what you need to do.